Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will discuss about the historical background of Kashmir and the formation of modern state of Jammu and Kashmir. This discussion is an extension of what we have discussed before in this class. Therefore, in order to understand, we will have to give a recap of the previous discussion. Basically, Kashmir has its own history, and initially it was ruled by non-Muslim kings from 3180 BC to 1339 AD. Indigenous kings ruled Kashmir independently before 1339. Almost 21 families ruled Kashmir till 1339. 1339, Shamir announced his kingship with the name of Sultan Shamsuddin. Shamir and his successor ruled Kashmir almost 215 years independently from 1339 to 1555. The period was the golden period in the history of Kashmir, especially the period of Sultan Shahabuddin, Sultan Qutbuddin, Sultan Zain al-Abidin and Sultan Sikandar. The last ruler of Shamiri dynasty was Sultan Habib Shah. Dynasty, Nasiruddin Ghazi Chek established his rule in Kashmir in 1555. The Cheks ruled Kashmir from 1555 to 1586, almost 31 years. Cheks' behavior was very tyrant, especially with the Sunni Muslims of Kashmir. Due to their aggressive religious policy regarding the promotion of Shia sect, some ulama from Sunni school of thoughts approached Akbar for their help in 1586. Those ulama were led by Sheikh Yaqub Sarfi and Baba Dawood Khaki. Both of them requested to Mughal king Akbar for help to get rid from Cheks and their tyrant behavior. The Akbar was very happy on this request because Kashmir had always been a preoccupying scheme for the Mughal kings since Babur. Babur was the founder of Mughal Empire in India. Mughals entered Srinagar on 16th October 1586 and declared Kashmir a province of Mughal Empire. Mughals ruled Kashmir from 1586 to 1752, almost 166 years. After the death of Aurangzeb Alamgir, influence of Mughal Empire declined due to the lavish activities of the successor of Mughal kings. In order to get rid of Mughal governors, the Kashmiri leaders Mir Mukim Kant and Khwaja Zahiruddin approached Ahmad Shah Abdali, a Sadozai Afghan ruler, to conquer the Kashmir and annex it to his dominion. In 1752, Afghan raised the Afghan flag on the walls of Nagar, Hari Parbat Fort, and declared Kashmir as a province of Afghania Sultanate. During Afghan rule, each day for Kashmiris was a day of struggle and uncertainty. Afghan ruled Kashmir almost 67 years from 1752 to 1819. These 67 years were full of tyranny and pushed the valley to the lowest depth of the poverty and humiliation. The Pandit community, led by Bahadar and two Muslims landlords, Malik Namdar and Malik Kamdar, they encouraged Sikhs to invade Kashmir. On 4th July 1819, the Sikh army entered Kashmir and control of Kashmir switched from Durrani Empire to Sikh Empire. That action ended the 5-century Muslim rule in Kashmir, and Sikh ruled Kashmir from 1819 to 1846. During this dynasty faced many revolts in Kashmir, especially Poonch revolt in 1832. After the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Sikh dynasty was declining continuously. In November 1845, Anglo-Sikh war was happened between the Sikhs and British government. Every movement was giving against the Sikhs. On 27 January 1846, Gulab Singh appointed as a Prime Minister of Sikh state to control the situation. Gulab Singh established a close relation with British government, which led the downfall of Sikh dynasty. On 10 February 1846, British captured Lahore and Rani Junda ordered Gulab Singh for peace negotiation. He started the peace negotiation and was successful to sign a peace agreement, which is also known as Lahore Agreement, on 9th March 1846. The government demanded 20 millions as an indemnification of war deal. The Treaty of Lahore was signed by Dalip Singh, ruler of Sikh dynasty, and Henry Harding, Governor General, on behalf of British government. After the signature of Lahore Treaty, the Anglo-Sikh War ended, and that treaty consists of 16 articles. Out of 16 articles, 5 are related to Kashmir directly or indirectly. As per Article 3 of the Treaty of Lahore, for perpetual peace, the Lahore Darbar gave all the hilly areas situated between River Sutlej and Beas to the British government. And Article 4 explains that Lahore government was unable to pay 20 million, so in addition to the territories described in Article 3, Maharaja gave territories situated between the river Beas and Indus, including the provinces of Kashmir and Hazara, to British government. As per Article 5, Maharaja will pay 5 millions to the British government on or before the ratification of this treaty. As per Article 12, in consideration of the services rendered by Gulab Singh of Jammu for restoration of friendly relations between the Lahore Darbar and British government, Maharaja of Lahore Darbar here agreed to recognize the independent sovereignty of Gulab Singh in such territories in the hills as may be made over by separate agreement between Gulab Singh and British government. Maharaja also admit him to the privileges of a separate treaty with British government in future. As per Article 13, at any dispute arising between the Lahore Darbar and the Gulab Singh, the same matter shall be referred to the British government for arbitration, and their decision will be final. Basically, Treaty of Lahore was a gateway for the Treaty of Amritsar. As in Article 12 of the Treaty of Lahore, it is clear that in consideration of the services rendered by Gulab Singh in promoting friendship and understanding between Lahore Darbar and British government, Maharaja Dalip Singh promised to accept the sovereignty of Gulab Singh over hilly areas. British government honored to him by a separate treaty as a trusted ally of high and mighty British government. On 16th March 1846, 7th day of the Treaty of Lahore, Maharaja Gulab Singh signed a treaty with British government which is known as Treaty of Amritsar. According to that treaty, British government handed over all the hilly areas to Gulab Singh against 7.5 million rupees, 75 lakh Nanakshay, according to the provision of Article 4 of the Treaty of Lahore, signed on 9th March 1846. It was decided that Gulab Singh will pay 5 million rupees on the ratification of the treaty and 2.5 million on or before 1st October 1846. Treaty of Amritsar consists of 10 articles and signed by Major Montgomery and Marie Curie on behalf of Lord Hardinge and Gulab Singh in person. Article 1 of the Treaty of Amritsar, the British government transferred the region of Kashmir, Hazara and the entire hilly areas falling between eastward of the river Indus and the westward of the river Ravi, including Chamba, excluding Lahaul, in an independent position to Maharaja Gulab Singh and his male successor. By acknowledging the supremacy of British government under Article 4, 5 and 7 of this treaty, Maharaja Gulab Singh was not an independent ruler of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And under Article 10 of the Treaty of Amritsar, the Gulab Singh acknowledged the supremacy of British government and supposed to present annually 1 horse, 12 shall goats of approved breed, 6 males and 6 females, and 3 pairs of Kashmiri shawls to the British government. After this treaty, Gulab Singh could not take possession of Kashmir without fighting against Sheikh Imamuddin. Sheikh Imamuddin was the last Sikh governor of Kashmir. Sheikh Imamuddin resisted strongly and defeated the troops of Maharaja Gulab Singh. Article 9 of the Treaty of Amritsar, British government helped Dogra forces in overpowering the Kashmir. Sheikh Imamuddin surrendered to Dogra troops. Gulab Singh entered Srinagar on 9th November 1846, and from that day Kashmir Valley became the part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir with defined borders. After few months, the Gulab Singh requested to British government for exchanging the region of Hazara with Mandi and Khadi due to the continuous trouble of inhabitants of Hazara region. So the British government agreed to exchange these regions on 25th May 1847. At the end, we are confident to say that Gulab Singh of Jammu was the founder of the state of Jammu and Kashmir under the Treaty of Amritsar on 16th March 1846. 16th March 1846 as the foundation day of the modern state of Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you very much. If you have any question regarding this, feel free to ask. Allah Hafiz till we meet.